Welcome to episode 29 of the Danger Cats podcast. Today we got Uncle Boser in-house with me. It's a good chat. It's always good to have him around and have some laughs with Uncle Boser. We talk about his recent fight in Russia, the PETA bullshit, all sorts of fucking goofy shit. Also, just a reminder, use the code podcast69. You will receive 15% off your merch on dangercats.tv. Also, 9 Lives, the official show of myself and all the other goons around the shop, is airing on DCTV. You can stream that today at watchdctv.com. And yeah, subscribe it up and check it out. We got all sorts of new films and bullshit being put on there every month. So definitely check it out. Enjoy the listen. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Danger Cats podcast. Big Daddy Bose, a.k.a. Salmon Joe, is back in the house, but we can't say that because of the PETA shit, so we're going to have to come up with a new nickname for you. We could probably think of something by the end of the day, I would hope.
Well, I don't think salmon is degrading to animals if you were to call me Salmon Joe.
Well, you never know.
So we're saying it because salmons are a very strong fish, I believe, you know?
But somebody could, could take that and spin it around and put it into words where we don't mean that.
That's true.
Recently, well, I shouldn't say recently, but we finally had a chance to sit down with you, and you fought in Russia just a little bit ago. I thought the fight was definitely in your favor. I had you pegged for rounds 1 and 3, but fucking welcome to Russia. You can't really leave it to the judges over there if we're being that honest.
Yeah, really close fight. Honestly, I also, after watching it after the fight, I gave myself round 1 and 3, but I can't, it was so close that really nobody won that fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to be a winner because the way MMA is scored.
Yeah.
Scored 1 round at a time, but yeah, if I'm going to beat an ex-champion, fan favorite Russian in Russia, and it goes to the judges, I'd better have beaten him half to fucking death. Yeah,
100%, especially, like you say over there, because it's going to take a lot to persuade a hometown judge. And even fucking that happens here in Edmonton all the time, too. Yeah. Out-of-town guy comes to fights, whatever. It is what it is. But anything coming up in the future then for you? You got any fights planned?
Well, ACB just finished merging with ACMAT Fight Show.
Oh, really?
So now it's ACA.
Yeah.
It's a new league, so Absolute Championship ACMAT.
Yeah.
So we've absorbed ACMAT's roster, and so there's a lot of matchups to be made now.
Does ACMAT have a pretty deep heavyweight roster that's going to be coming in with guys like you that you'll be fighting?
Yeah, a bunch of Russians that nobody's heard of. But
right.
Then they had, I don't know if he's still signed, but they had Tony Johnson Jr., who's a very good American, and they had Alexander Emelianenko.
Oh, really?
So a couple big names there.
No doubt.
Brother, right?
Yeah.
He's on quite a tear here this year. I think he won 4 or 5 fights all by knockout, and then he had a draw with Tony Johnson Jr.
Wasn't there a rumor, or I thought I read something too, that there was a third promotion in that deal?
Tech Crep FC, which is a bit smaller. It just got absorbed.
Oh, okay. It was just kind of like a little bit of an add-on, sweeten the pot a little bit.
They're planning to buy and take over lots of smaller leagues.
Yeah.
Smaller, big ones for here, but, smaller in Russian scale, and just keep adding to their league, I guess. They said they want to usurp Bellator for the official number 2 league in the world, because Fight Matrix, Tapology, they do their, promotion rankings at the end of the year.
Yeah.
ACB's been number 3 for, 3 years in a row.
Right.
With Bellator being number 2. I think Bellator is 2 more because of stigma than because of steady roster, to be honest.
Right.
They got Gegard Mousasi, Roy McDonald, and I think they got Alexander Shlemenko back. They got some good fighters, definitely. They got that heavyweight tournament going on with Frank Mir and Fedor and shit.
Right.
But the upper echelon of each of their divisions is very strong, but I don't think the meat of them is.
Yeah.
I think ACB has stronger divisions all in all, with Bellator having a very strong top 3 or 4 in each division. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever ACB's doing. They're telling me probably I'm going to fight February or March.
Yeah? You all healed up and everything since that last one then? Or?
No, but I'll be good by February or March.
Yeah, for sure. Now, speaking of other promotions, did you get a chance to watch Golden Boy's fucking promotion, that first card with Tito and Chuck headlining?
Boy, did that make me sad.
I agree 100%. It was like that rivalry, we should have just left it in the dust where it was. And like, that was an age-long rivalry. That was like one of those, I don't know for you, but that was like one of those things that got me into MMA, was the Chuck Tito rivalry. I remember it was huge, and that drew me to the UFC, the MMA, and all that. And to see a guy like Chuck go out like that was like fucking, it's sad.
It definitely sucks. A lot of people always are saying that guys should retire. The thing is that Chuck was retired, right? Retired for quite a while.
Yes.
When people are always saying a fighter should retire, for instance, now Mark Hunt had a bad last fight. He lost a decision, 29-28. He didn't get killed, but he got beat up in round 2 and 3. He got jabbed to death.
Yeah.
He didn't look good. He followed Willis around the ring, and everybody now, Hunt's done. He should retire. Well, he didn't look good, but I mean, everybody says this. People have said this about Mark Hunt for years and years, and then he comes back and blows someone's fucking head off, and suddenly everybody's yelling Mark Hunt for title shot. So I mean, I don't like when people are always campaigning for people to retire.
Yeah.
It's not respectful. You don't know if that person had something wrong with them going into fight camp. And like, people as fans who don't know what goes into it and how hard it could be to like lose a purpose in life like that.
Oh yeah.
Who keep saying that people should retire, drives me nuts for the most part. The Chuck Liddell was a bad fight. Like, he did not look good. He looked like an old man fighting, and I don't like to say that kind of stuff either, because like, who the fuck am I compared to Chuck Liddell? But like,
pioneer of the sport.
That was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the knockout was bad. I don't necessarily think, like, Tito hasn't looked awful in a while. Like, I don't think Tito's ever looked awful. He's been consistent. He beat Chael Sonnen, I think, earlier this year.
Yeah.
Or late last year.
Yeah. And there's another thing,
he
too.
He choked out fucking Alexander Shlemenko somehow in Bellator. He caught him in a guillotine.
Yeah.
Like, every time you think Tito's done, not quite. He choked out Ryan Bader, if you recall, in like one of his last UFC fights. It may have been his last UFC fight.
That was quite some time ago, though.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was years ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was never a time where Ortiz was out here just getting fucking killed, is what I'm saying.
No.
So I think Ortiz might still have a couple left in him if you give him the old boys. But I'm not saying to resurrect someone like fucking Chuck Liddell. Like, geez, man. I mean, Hoist Gracie came back a while back. If you want to do Hoist and Tito, I think, well, there's a huge weight difference there. But I think Tito would fuck him up now. But
oh yeah, and like, Tito's been consistent this whole time, exactly like you say. And the guy to bring back a guy like Chuck. Chuck's been sitting on the couch, man. He's been enjoying retirement. He made his millions. He was the staple boy for the UFC in like that era where it finally, like, that bubble was getting to the point where it's just about to burst.
Yeah.
Before it went like mainstream, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then you just like, you dug him out of the graveyard just to be like, hey, look at this. The rivalry's back.
The thing is, the UFC didn't love them so much they didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't put the fight on.
Fuck
like, he
no.
went to Golden Boy, right?
Yeah.
Went somewhere else. I think UFC also cut off the residual pay. So, like, certain guys that are retired that had done a lot for the UFC, like, a lot.
Right.
Chuck Liddell, Forrest Griffin, I think Stephan Bonner might have been in there. There was a handful of guys where Dana White basically, Matt Serra, I think, and Hughes.
Yeah.
Where Dana White had been like, yeah, you guys are retired, but he gave them some bullshit position for UFC, like, with a made-up title where it's like, yeah, this is what they do. They don't do anything, but they collect some money as like a thank you, basically. They're getting a pension, you know what I mean? They sit there and get paid. It's still a decent amount to, like, show up at the odd UFC. Really, they don't have to do anything. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? When UFC got bought by, I can't.
Whatever that big fucking, that bullshit, all that big money
when
came in.
When they bought it, they cut a lot of, like, these positions where the guys were getting paid out of, like, respect, I guess, for their past careers in UFC.
And as they should. I mean, those guys were the ones that made it almost what it is
Right.
today.
But when the new company bought UFC, they terminated a lot of those like employees per se,
Yeah,
right?
these
So
positions that
like
are,
I don't know what kind of position Chuck's in financially. I think he probably just wanted to fight, but who knows? He's not making money now just to be Chuck Liddell. I'm sure he's got some endorsements and shit like that. But
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he might have
all
felt
these
like,
small
fuck,
movie roles and shit that he has too.
Probably felt like, fuck, I need to make a bit of money, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I hope he doesn't do that again, because he didn't. It looked really bad, and I mean, it looked bad with him on pads. But that said, he'd said like, well, they videoed me like doing a warm up. Like, fuck, I wasn't. You know what I mean? And maybe like I don't know. Like, I know I have some warm up sequences and pads that would look like I'm not. I don't know. You know, I don't look like very dangerous or something like that. Too,
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But he did not move good. He didn't like. He wasn't there. You know?
It sure the fuck didn't look like the Chuck Liddell we all loved and remember. That's
No,
like,
it didn't. And I mean, it's too bad. But now he's tried, and I get why he might want to try. You know, fuck. He just saw Hoist Gracie fight again recently. You know, he saw Shamrock and fucking. There's all these freak show fights going on in Bellator. You know, with Kimbo Slice and all that shit. Before he died, You know.
And then you got the itch. He's probably sitting at home and he's getting the itch and seeing this and then being like, dude, I got one more in me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then you get that in your ear, like, okay, well, let's give you a Tito Ortiz because it's the rubber match and that rivalry. Why not?
Rubber. Chuck won both.
Yeah, he did win both. Never mind. That's a stupid thing for me to say. But you know, giving redemption on a guy that's been fucking active and hungry for it this whole time. And then you got a guy coming off the couch at how old is he now? He's like 39, almost 40.
Who?
Chuck?
Oh man,
is he older than that?
Yeah, he's
Or no, because Tito's 38. He's got.
What's Tito? I think Tito's 41. I'm gonna Google this, but no, Chuck's mid 40s.
He's mid 40s. 43, 44. Is that what it is?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
But you got a guy that's been sitting on the couch enjoying retirement. Probably got like. I'm guessing that they paid him out from the UFC on that position.
Yeah, dude, Chuck's 48.
48?
Yeah.
Holy fuck,
and
I was way off.
I think Tito is 43, but I'm gonna check right now.
So there you go, 48 years old.
Tito's 43. So 40. The difference between a 43 and a 48-year-old is
tremendous.
Huge. You know, like that 5 years is pretty crucial. You know, you think of someone who's 48. They're 50. You know what I mean? You're 50 years old.
Oh, yeah.
A 40-year-old man, at 43, there's been champions at 43. Randy Couture, I believe, was it 41 or 43? But, I mean, I think he was 43 the last time he won the heavyweight belt. You know, it's not unheard of, especially for a guy in a higher weight class.
Agreed.
So the difference between Tito Ortiz's 43, who never stopped fighting, by the way, and Chuck Liddell's 48, where he hasn't fought since he was 40. There's a huge fucking difference.
Yeah, like that 8-year layoff, and
you know,
and the game. Well,
like kudos to him for getting in shape and having better abs probably than I ever will. Still.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, fuck, nobody likes seeing. MMA is a sport that notoriously kills its heroes. Yes. You know, everybody dies so that somebody else can make a name off of them. Yeah. But I hope that Chuck doesn't feel he needs to come back for another fight to prove something. He proved everything he had to before. In his heyday, he was the best fighter in the world.
He's the baddest man on the planet.
You can't knock the man, and don't disrespect him. But now, I hope he doesn't think he should fight one more time. No, I agree. I think that one just needs to be put a bow on it. Call it a career. Yeah. It was, you know. He had I imagine mentally he had the right intentions. Like, yeah, sure. I mean, he wanted to come back. Like, yeah, why not? He beat the shit out of Ortiz 2 times. Why wouldn't he be able to beat him now? You know what I mean? I can see how his brain's working. It makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I think he needs to. I hope that he realizes that. Well, shit, 48. Maybe I'm done. You know? Maybe this is it. Like. He was content with it or whatever for a while, but I mean, yeah, the itch just grows and grows and grows, and he didn't end his career on a high note. It was, I think his last fight was Rashad Evans knocking him into tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So,
which is a tough way to go, and I could see it probably chewing at him fucking, but I think I'd rather fucking take that exit than this recent one if I'm him.
Well, I mean, the difference being that one's in the past. You know what I mean? This one's now, we got a fresh one, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, whatever. If Tito wants to keep chewing up the old legends, kudos to him too. You can't knock that guy.
No. The Huntington Beach bad boy.
Yeah. Oh, good. Here we go. We got Brody and Walsh here.
Walking in the door. Just some pair of geniuses right here.
Well,
nothing short of a brain cell over here. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Straight to the food.
Like a dumbass. We gotta now. This is what I'm excited to talk to you about.
Wow.
Recently, just put out today, the PETA phrases, which we'll air this next week. So we're talking a little bit in the past here, but these fucking things. Have you read them?
I read them. I saw it yesterday.
How horrendous is this shit? Like, instead of killing two birds with one stone,
you are feeding two birds with one scone.
Where have we?
So if you guys haven't seen this somehow, PETA put out a list of phrases with animals in them that could be construed as animal cruelty, even though they're fucking phrases. So to change them to be less offensive to animals, basically. One I remember was, instead of the phrase "to beat a dead horse," it's "to feed a fed horse." So,
so now you're basically, how is that not animal?
Yeah, how are you supposed to?
How's that not animal
supposed to know
cruelty?
if that horse is full or not?
Yeah.
So what if the horse is fat? You can't judge it for. Are you fat shaming the horse?
Let me guess. You assume it's gender too.
Fat horse is fat shaming, man.
Yeah.
That phrase is fucking offensive to me. And I mean, what was the other one? Bring home the bacon. We've switched to bring home the bagels.
Yeah.
So that we don't have to think about animals being turned into food. So bring home the bagels, which I think is really insensitive to people who are gluten intolerant.
I couldn't agree.
What do you think, Hap?
I couldn't agree more, Tanner.
That's also offensive, as well as the scone being fed to birds. You don't know if those birds have gluten intolerance or not.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Hold off on the gluten, you fucking bastard.
PETA is just a bunch of fucking assuming cunts, is what they are.
Yeah, PETA's very offensive. What else do we got? Over there?
Instead of being the guinea pig, you can be the
test tube,
which
doesn't make sense because it's the things going on in the test tube that would be the experiments. This one I can't really pick at, except for that it's stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
No thought putting into it.
No.
And lastly, you have take the bull by the horns.
Right.
And now they want to, instead, you need to say, take the flower by the horns.
Thorns.
Or thorns.
Grab the rose by the thorns.
Yes. Primarily, yes.
Mostly roses. Okay, yeah. So, I mean...
So now we just kill flowers instead of animals?
Who are you to judge which life is more important, that of animals or plants?
That's the question I'm trying to ask right now.
Pretty fucked up of PETA to assume that I don't value the life of flora as much as I do the life of fauna.
Yeah, I actually stopped consuming all sources of nutrients, that being water, plants, and animals, because I think it's just,
wrong.
Why should I live?
Right.
If water can't live, you know what I mean?
I don't know if PETA's arguing that water is alive.
Oh, hey, there's microorganisms in there.
Good point. You are consuming tons of microorganisms.
Yes, and who's to say that these young microorganisms are going to grow up to be,
cure microorganism cancer, and here you are eating them.
That's all I'm saying.
Drinking them, rather.
So I'm basically going to wilt away in these next couple of years or whatever it's going to take. I'm not going to consume anything anymore.
I think there's they left out a few animal phrases that we need to correct for the sake of political correctness and everybody listening.
Yes.
For instance, fucking the dog.
Yes. Fornicate.
Romance the retriever.
Yes.
Rather.
Yes.
Instead of fuck the dog.
Yeah.
Fuck is a very crude term, and I mean we don't know if the dog wants to be fucked. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Maybe that dog is the subject of a Christmas song. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we don't, we don't want to insinuate.
Romance the retriever.
Romance the retriever.
You definitely don't want to choke the chicken.
Never.
You want to stroke the cock.
Yes. Cock being as a rooster.
Obviously.
We're not doing sexual innuendos here because we are.
You just want to pet, nicely stroke, for instance, the rooster.
Yes.
Stroke the cock.
Yes, and we don't eat pussy no more.
No, you can't eat pussy.
No, instead you eat the ass.
No, you can't eat ass or pussy anymore. Either you lick the hairless kitten. Or you tongue the butthole.
Okay. We're taking all vulgarity out of these. I see. Yeah. I finally understand. I see what PETA was doing behind this the whole time.
Yes.
These were also added onto the list.
I will be tweeting these later.
Yes. It will be in a form so you can share with your friends. Oh, wow. Nice cul-de-sac and mustache combo coming in hot from Mr. Michael LaRue. Chester the molester. There's also, I'm really offended by the choke the chicken one, because in my head, I never once have I looked at my penis and thought I should choke it. Because
sometimes you grab it pretty tight.
Yes,
wringing a little chicken's neck, which you can't think of anymore.
No, you can't.
So you gotta pet it gently.
Yes, it's caress the cock, if you will, too.
Yeah,
that may you can use your own verbiage to make it suitable for your life. We're very
we're very open.
Yeah, we're not out here. We're not force feeding it down your throat. We wouldn't do that.
No.
We want you to feel comfortable using our language.
The old proverb, like, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but teach a man to fish, he'll feed himself for life.
Yes.
You can't use that anymore because fishing, obviously. So it's got to be you. Sorry, these guys are hitting each other for some reason in the warehouse.
If you fist a man's ass.
Right.
You
teach a man to fist, and he'll fuck himself for a day.
Yes.
But no. If you fist a man, he'll probably hate it. I hope. Teach a man to fist, and he'll fuck himself for life. I don't know.
Yeah.
This all goes back to it's gay now, which is good. I mean.
Yes. Back to the Romans. Back when men were men. Back when men would cut their heads off and fuck it. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. What do we got up next here? I'm out of animal.
You're out of, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Unless you have more, I didn't think of any other proverbs here. Any other sayings.
Or those stupid little. I can't think any off the top of my head. Those were the only three I think we had. But next being, speaking of animals, it sounds like we cannot watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because he is bullied.
Yes, and
it's a sad story.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it's racist. All the other reindeers are Nazis. If you haven't read, if you see the updated version, you will. Actually, if you see the HD version, you will notice that they all have the swastika armbands on them.
I want to know what the actual issue with this one is. What are they claiming the actual issue is? I haven't read this somehow yet.
It was an article. I read an article, and they're making a very big deal about it. About Rudolph was bullied, and that's wrong. Well,
it's
encouraging kids to pick on.
It's encouraging kids.
Yeah.
To bully.
To bully kids that are different or somebody that's different.
Someone who,
needless to say.
He had a red nose. He had a glowing, fucking deformed nose.
And then ends up being the fucking Don Dada.
The hero of the goddamn story here.
Yes.
Saves Christmas.
So basically, what we need to do.
So basically, they're saying, don't bully, you might create a hero.
Yes.
Wow, great job, you guys.
Yes.
No more heroes, hey? 2018, no more heroes.
No. Unless you are transgender.
Well, that's being a hero.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's already being a hero.
It's like Caitlyn Jenner always says, I only cut my dick off because I want to play from the ladies' tees.
As Caitlyn Jenner says, I can't choke the chicken anymore.
Quote.
Sorry. I I can't caress the cock anymore. I can only pet the kitten.
It is not a cat. It is a kitten. See, I see what you did there, because it is his is small, or hers. Sorry, to assume her gender like that.
Yeah.
Her kitten is smaller, whereas some other females, they have cats because it's grown a little bit. You know,
Right,
it's
yeah.
like yes.
More untamable.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old saying goes. It's snowy outside, but rapey in.
Yeah. So.
You want to touch on this one?
let's
You
hit
did
it up.
bring this up before the podcast, and I thought it was...
Well, remember, Rudolph is bad because bullying. So, I mean, we can't make movies or TV shows with any sort of adversity in them at all.
No.
That's bad. So teaching kids to overcome a certain adversity or anything hard in their life and going on to realize that life can be good as long as you know, the thing that people made fun of you for being a flaw, like his shiny nose.
Yeah.
Well, it ends up having a very good purpose, and he saves Christmas for all the little boys and girls all over the world, and the kids with no gender too.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can't teach kids that to love yourself for the way you're born, and to realize that you're good at something, and you have a skill, and you can overcome whatever the world's thrown at you.
Exactly.
Instead, we gotta present stories with no challenges, where
Yes.
the hero's born happy and everybody just gets along, because that's real and good. And
Yeah, it's soothing, you know. It's good to feel a part of something, you know.
it's just good to have it all right from the get-go. Privilege, if you will.
Yeah, I mean...
So all the other reindeer had privilege, but now Rudolph will have to have privilege, because in a story he has to be just like all the other ones. And if you're like, well, the majority of ones in your area, then that means you have privilege, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a whole thing. The world's stupid.
It's gone in a fucking place
the
that...
world's gone mad.
It's just mad. It's insane. Like, what was it? The Baby It's Cold Outside
Baby,
song.
It's Cold Outside. Yeah, so this is now several radio stations have banned it.
CBC's even on board.
Right. It is apparently about rape, and
Yeah.
it perpetuates rape culture or something. The song, of course,
Keep in mind, when was this song produced? Probably like what, I want to say 1942. That was a gentlemanly thing to do back then, if I'm being correct. Okay, no. Now in 2018, we're fucking full of assholes and fuckboys that would gladly punt that bitch out into the cold and she would die from pneumonia. This song is from like back when men were. When was the song made?
I don't know. I just had something horrible to say, but I kept it in because it wouldn't be good.
Usually when I get that look, it's something fucking gonna be outrageously great. But it's just like, you know, like now, well, I don't need masculinity in my life. Good, then fucking die, because at the end of it, like what? How is it even fucking right or wrong?
Cold Outside, popular song written by Frank Loesser in 1944.
1944.
Correct. So World War II
Yes.
was coming to a fucking close here.
Right. And this was like that was a manly thing to do in the song. Like, hey, why don't you just stay? Was he looking for some pussy?
Oh,
probably. Man. Absolutely, he was looking for some pussy.
Sure he was, but I mean, he didn't. The difference is, you don't even have to explain the difference. It's fucking absurd. Everybody knows it's fucking absurd, except the people who pretend things as a job, aka everybody in university and the fucking arts.
Yes.
But I mean, fuck's sakes, like. Yeah, that guy's trying to get laid for sure. No, it's snowy and shitty out. Maybe you shouldn't drive, babe. Stay the night. I'll make some tea. Hot chocolate? You want hot chocolate? Stay over. Come on. You don't got nowhere to go. Fireplace is warm. Yeah, he's trying to sling a little dick, but I mean, the song doesn't go, he pinned her down and fucked her. You know what I mean? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Here,
It's absurd.
Yeah.
Fucking absurd, man.
He fucking Bill Cosby'd the drink.
Yeah, he didn't drug the hot chocolate and bang her on the rug in front of the fireplace here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is the song slightly creepy? I mean, he's kind of persistent, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, the difference between rape and not rape is very, very distinct, I'd say.
I mean, a couple of words of being like, hey, babe, why don't you just, you know, You don't have to go. I mean, hey, it's pretty warm here. Why you want to get in your cold car?
It's fucking mental, man. Again, the world's mad.
And every day there's something new. Every day there's just something more and more stupid. Like this being like probably the top of the charts
like
right now.
3 of these dumb things we talked about. I didn't read the Rudolph one, but did these all come out this week? The PETA thing was like yesterday.
PETA was yesterday. The Rudolph thing I read. Actually, yeah. If you're considering Sunday this week,
so
yes.
It's all this week.
Everything we are talking
It's Wednesday, people.
Yes. All 3.
The world's getting literally fucking dumber by the day.
Oh my god, man. And like how do you get fucking that pissed off about a song made over almost what would that be, 80 years ago?
About 80 years back, right? Almost.
Call it 80 years. And fucking you're that heated about this? But then, like we were talking about earlier, then you got some like the Eminem case where he's literally talking about rape in his songs,
right.
But you'll still play him on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think necessarily those songs get radio time.
No, they don't.
Maybe on like a hip hop station.
Like the artist is
the
what
artist,
I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He's said these things and he's still good. Fucking praised on, but like I'm an Eminem fan. Like
I'm not. I'm notoriously not.
I should say I'm a post. I do not like anything post 2006 by him. That's what I should honestly say.
Everything after that's just an awfully hot coffee pot.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get into that.
like the Slim Shady album and like the Marshall Mathers LP, I'm big fans of. Anything beyond that, like Kamikaze, I didn't mind it. I thought it was great that he was fucking making fun. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. What I'm getting at is like these guys still get radio play and they fucking went out and said blatantly on a song, I'll rape you.
Yeah.
And they still, like that artist.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think that their other songs should not be played on the radio.
Oh, no, not at all.
But like at all. But yeah, it's just a weird thing now where everybody's got people are looking into like cultural things that have been there for a long time, or just like you're looking into old stuff. Like it's like when like the changing of a word in the fucking national anthem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it's somehow not inclusive or offensive. It's just mental is what it is. But I mean, I don't give a shit about the song Baby It's Cold Outside, but the fact that people give a shit about it enough to like try and ban it because they decide because they twist and warp their minds so much that they want to like see a problem where there is no problem and see issues where there aren't any. Like, that's the thing. It's not this is a problem. It's, well, this isn't a problem. How can I make this a fucking problem? Because you need to feel victimized all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Get off your fucking soapbox, man. We need another fucking war.
You know what? I got to get behind Bill Burr, and I think that we should just have like a almost, let's call it a fucking genocide, but of
I don't
stupid.
think you can say that.
Hey, okay, fine. Let's just cleanse the stupid, if we're gonna put it in proper terms.
There's no way to do it, man. You gotta let nature do it. She's coming. She's coming.
It's just gotten so fucking dumb in this past little while, so fast, that it's gonna come crashing back. Like, the wave has to hit shore sometime, and it's gonna fucking like.
It's just it's so easy. Like, life is so easy that people need to make problems where there is no problems and feel injustice where there is none. That's the thing, is just made up plights, made up problems. It's Joe Rogan said it a while back. He said, this is the kind of shit that happens when you don't have to go look for water.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you just want water and you have a fucking water bottle. This is the kind of shit that happens when you don't have to chop fucking firewood all day. Your house is just warm.
Yeah, you
People
look for
make
shit.
up fucking problems where there is no problems because they have nothing to fucking do.
Exactly. It's fucking lunacy.
It is lunacy.
And right down to the fact that a fucking song that doesn't say anything about rape is just setting off not just like one or two people. We're talking by the thousands here. Like,
it's the people that band together to get outraged. That's like their main activity. They don't enjoy life. They're constantly angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are not happy people or people who are good at life.
No.
Hell, most of them don't have fucking jobs.
Which is sad.
You know, the thing is like, you just band together to get mad about stuff. You just look for injustice, create your own problems, and then stir up some sort of outcry on social media or in a protest, and then be annoying enough that certain radio stations, or I guess, things just decide to be like, oh my god, fine.
I guess you can, in a sense, you could kind of shit on what we're doing with Danger Cats in a way too. I kind of whine and bitch. Not real. Wouldn't really.
We're bitching right now.
Yeah, we are. That is true. But it's not coming from a dark place to come and shut down other people's opinions and ideas and songs and shit like that. Like, I don't fucking care. If somebody does something stupid, we just comment on it and put our fucking whine and bitch on top of it. Which,
yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
It is. And again, no matter what, you're gonna bite yourself in the ass with whatever the fuck you say nowadays, which is whatever. It is what it is. Oh, you can't
say ass.
You can't. That's right.
That's a donkey.
That is.
You can't bite your donkey.
You can't
kiss yourself. You can't feed your ass.
Hey, I got it. You know, instead of eating pussy,
yeah,
you are simply gnawing on the bean.
Oh.
No, I mean, hey.
Yeah, you gotta lick the lima.
There we go. Figured it. Problem solver.
There it is.
That's what we are. See, you create the problems. You guys go out there, you create the problems. You put me and Tanner on to fix the problems.
Yeah, we're not fixing anything. We're fixing the not problems that were problematized. Which
yes.
isn't a word, but they use it, so I'm using it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we clean up the shit.
We clean up the shit.
Yeah.
The animal shit, because we're nice to animals.
Yes. Very nice to animals.
Scoop it right up.
I only order vegan burgers with no bread.
Because gluten.
Bread lives matter.
Bread lives, yeah.
That is how deeply. Have you watched that Who Is America with Sacha Baron Cohen yet?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Oh my god, I just watched it like the whole season last week. You wait till you see the liberal character. It's hilarious. The opening line is like, "I'm a self-hating white man."
Just goes for it.
Oh man, and like, it's some of the best shit I've ever seen. That I can't believe that. I can. Why am I even saying this? That people are that stupid that they fell for that. Like the kindergartens. Did you see any clips on that?
Yes, I did.
The fact that politicians signed off on this.
Arming small children.
Arming small children is outrageous. Oh, did you see that big troll? I know you'll be a fan of this, but Payless Shoes went and made like... Did you see this?
I didn't read it, but I saw the headline, yeah.
Oh my god. And they got all those social influencers in there, and they like marked up $30 shoes to like $600, and these morons were paying it. And fucking like being like, oh wow, this must be genuine Italian leather. Wow, this is incredible. I can't believe like this is only $600. And like, how fake are we now? Like, how fake are we as people now? It like... Very often do a real motherfucker come around and just tell you you're a fucking moron, and it's very, very rare. And I feel like myself and yourself I think we stay pretty true to our word, and we fucking tell each other what we think and feel. And like when I see shit like that, it just drives me up the fucking wall. And I don't like. I know why. I'm not gonna say I don't know why. I know why, because it's just being fake, and it's just like that fucking trying to fit in and be like, oh my god, this is the new social norm. Perfect. I love Payless shoes.
Yeah, they called it Palessi.
Palessi, yes.
Holy fuck.
They even like, and they made it like really Italian looking, and it was great.
That's hilarious. Yeah, man, it's dumb. It's a dumb world. I know it.
It fucking blows me away.
Nothing else I can say.
It's
stupid.
It's just stupid. Like, I don't even like to the right down to the wire. I'll even get down and we'll put it on us. Even when people don't like the content that we put out, and they report it, and it's almost like, what? Why? Is that how you get like a step on somebody?
Yes,
like,
that is how the left wing cucks like to do things, right? They report everything. They yeah, that's what they do, man. complain to somebody in an authoritative position at whatever, Facebook, Instagram, they complain. Same with retarded things happening, like baby, it's cold outside. What do? They just complain. That's what they do. They don't ignore it or adjust their life accordingly, or just, again, fucking ignore it. They just because somebody says something that they don't agree with, they go out of their way in a bitchly way, right?
Oh,
just
fuck,
complain.
yeah.
That's what report, complain. You know, they're the kind of people who they don't start a fight, but they'll scream in your face, and if you hit them, they sue you. That's the kind of people you're dealing with.
100%.
The people who, the meek inherited the earth at some point, and it's not what we thought it would be. It just sucks. And none of them would survive in the wild.
No, not a chance. No, they would be murdered very fast.
They'll be eaten quickly.
Yes, by something. Like a fucking another human. I would gladly eat that piece of shit. Fuck that person. It's fucking.
You don't mind eating a piece of shit if you eat that much ass. You know, you end up doing it by accident anyway.
Oh, he's back. Hey, yeah, fuck. Old strong jaw, fucking. What was that? Strong jaw Charlie.
What?
39-0 outside the Celtic Knot. You don't want none.
This guy.
You don't want no smoke.
Yeah. Our made-up character who talks to us about how to fight.
Yeah.
I deal with this guy a lot.
Yeah, I mean, hey. You know what? You probably should have consulted him about your last fight, and you might have won.
Right. Well, I mean, his advice would probably be something like, well, man, you can never let it go to the judges, bro. Don't let it go to the judges, dude. Like, yeah, fuck, sorry, man. Why didn't I think of that? Dude, if it was me, dude, I would have just knocked him out.
Yeah.
Sweet, yeah. Sometimes, like, it's hard to grasp, but it takes more than 15 minutes to simulate and kill one of the other best fighters in the world.
No.
Sometimes you can't get it done.
Not me.
In the time limit. Yeah, okay.
Not me,
dude. See, the thing about me, I can't like fight MMA, dude, because it wouldn't be like fair, right? I would just you know, like.
Not
I'd
even
kill everybody. Like, submissions don't work. I wouldn't tap, bro. I just wouldn't tap. You have to kill me, dude.
No.
Being knocked out, dude, state of mind.
Did I ever tell you about the German Sikh that gave me the steel curtain of a jaw?
Your references are bad, but I mean, continue.
No, but...
German steel curtain.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Iron Curtain, and that was Russia?
No, steel curtain.
Yeah, the Iron Curtain fell. The steel curtain never did. That's why German. All right.
No, that's exactly right. That's why I'm 39-0 outside the Celtic Knot. I saw this guy in the back of a German newspaper ad. Said, if you want a steel curtain jaw, come on down. And we did some hypnosis tests and drank some sparkling water. Next thing you know, boom, can't get knocked out. Should probably check this guy out. Best thing I ever did in my life, you know.
Sounds pretty good.
You know how much pussy you get when you got a steel jaw?
How much?
39% of it. I own 39% of all the pussy. Not too many guys can say that, can they?
I hope you're not talking about cats, because that would be animal cruelty.
No. Talking about the female
Vaginas.
drippy vagina, you know? You remember?
Say no more.
I'm not one to brag or anything, but yeah, you know. See, like, the thing about me is, like, I just get mad and I see red.
When you have a steel jaw, it never gets tired.
Yeah. As long as you got a little WD-40, you know.
Keep the bitch wired, you know.
Yeah, I've never been shy of a little fish oil. But, you know...
Gets a little cold for him sometimes in the winter, but that's why I try to keep him inside. Maybe it's cold outside.
You really can't go, can you? That's right.
Well, if I was her, I'd leave if it was that guy.
Oh, well, you know me. I own 39% of it, right? So... it's just tough being tough, you know?
Yeah, I can only imagine. Undefeated in street fight. Everybody's undefeated in street fights. Isn't that weird? Where are the guys with the street fighting losing records? They don't exist.
No, they die.
It's fucking annoying. They die.
No, they go to the UFC where all the pussies go.
Yeah, they do have it.
Fucking talking more about street fighting, not your fucking pussy ass little. Hey, if you want to fly to Russia to get beat up, why don't you just come on down to outside the fucking Strathcona Hotel, brother.
Strathcona Hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
Where all the coolest cats hang out.
Oh, yeah. You want to meet some of the toughest guys in the country? You just come downtown Edmonton, brother, and I'll break that nose for you.
I'm not going to do that if I think my nose is going to get broken.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want me in there. That's the problem. Well, Bose, we've chewed it up. We chalked it up. Yeah, we chalked it up today.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to get you back in here and chat. So I guess we'll be awaiting for you to get another fight on the go, and then we'll link up. We'll maybe have to pump out some videos here in the near future, because I know a lot of guys out there listening probably have watched a few of the fight tips, and they're probably gonna need them in the future, if you're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, especially since it's slippery out, we got some snow now. Could probably use some winter fight tips.
Yes, and if there's a man to give those fight tips, it's probably yourself.
Probably.
You've thought out every situation in the world possible.
And I mean, I am 46-0 on White Ave, on the mean streets of White, right?
Yeah, and if that isn't credibility, I don't know what is.
No, that's what you need.
Well, thanks.
Never lost a fight outside a Donair shop in my life.
There it is. And do you know how tough it is outside the Donair shops? 69 out of 10.
Bad at fractions.
Did you go brush your teeth?
Yeah, I got a dentist.
Oh, all right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can't knock that. But yeah, thanks again, Tanner, for coming in. And just a reminder to everybody, if you go to dangercats.tv, use the podcast code podcast69. You'll get 15% off your order. If you go to watchdctv.com, you can watch the official show of the Danger Cats, which is 9 lives. That's right, the official show. And yeah, Tanner, just let them know where they can follow you. I know if they don't follow you, fucking beat them up. Beat fucking pussy.
At Bulldozer Boser on Instagram, and Twitter, Tanner Bulldozer Boser on Facebook. That's all the things.
That is it. Thanks again for coming in, and you can follow me at Uncle Hack69 on Instagram, Facebook, all that bullshit. Be sure to follow the cats on YouTube. We'll be pumping out more and more content on there, and really lighten up that aspect of the social media here coming soon.
And stay petting the tiger, you guys, since you can't fuck it anymore.
Yeah, yes, Petting the Tiger. We'll name that one Petting the Tiger. Then I can't get flagged on fucking iTunes either.
Yeah, it should be good.
Fucking the tiger is what fucked us in the end.
In the end, the tiger fucked us.